Come on, choir, help me say every time I turn around. Every time I turn around, he keeps on healing me. He keeps on healing me. Every time I turn around, favoring me. He keeps on favoring me. Come on, all the choir here, say, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Praise God. Thank God I'm blessed. Come on, say it again. I'm blessed. Come on, Earl. What's up, everybody? Tune in. Thank you for tuning in to Church Guys Like Sports. We got a lot to talk about. It's been a minute, but we back. I need you to share this. And while you're sharing it, know that every time you turn around, you bless. What's up, Jake? What's up, Shandia? Come on, I need y'all to push that share button. Over and over. That's it. Over and over. I'm blessed in the city. Yes, I am. Over and over. When I think of his goodness. Let's talk some sport. Sing Earl Jones Jr. Yes, sir. Yes, he did, Lord. What a mighty God we serve. You don't know like I know what the Lord has done for me. Over and over and over again. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Church Guys Like Sports. Listen, just a word of announcement. That's from my new CD coming out, Miracles. That's called I'm Blessed. That song is already out. You can go download that right now. You can go get it right this minute. You ain't got to wait. It's available on all digital music sites. But we're doing the CD release concert July the 24th. Saturday, July 24th. It is wide open. It's open to the public. It's free of charge. No admission free. Just come get a CD. Come just celebrate with us. All right? That's going to be, you see the flyer all over the place. Listen, we got to talk some sports. And I've been away for a minute, and I am back with Church Guys Like Sports 2. Listen, Church Girls Like Sports 2. And I need you to get all of the sports fans on here. I don't care if they like the football, if they like baseball, basketball. You can love God and still love sports. But I got a first order of business. The first order of business. Now, some folks gonna come on 10 minutes later and say, Daddy, you gotta talk about this. You gotta talk about that. Get on here now. But the first order of business, first thing, I got to talk about Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley. I'm gonna say one of these subjects till more people come on, but I got to get up on Patrick Beverley. He is a point guard for the LA Clippers. And he can't stand Chris Paul. And Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Chris Paul scored 41 points on him the other night. Pat Beverley got so mad. He got so frustrated. The game is almost over. He about to go home, go fishing, on vacation. He gets mad at Chris Paul and shoves him as hard as he could in his back. Almost broke Chris Paul's neck. Chris Paul falls on the floor. And first of all, Patrick Beverley, you are a sore loser. And he did some little bogus apology today. He said, "Oh, I apologize. That wasn't meant for you. I got in my feelings." No, you did. You meant to do it. You know, some of these apologies folks be having for you be bogus. Some of these little bogus, "Oh, if I offended you," you know what you did. You know you offended me. Be sincere in your apology. You know, church folks do that a lot. "Oh, if I offended you, I'm sorry." No, ain't no if. You know what you was doing. You thought about it before you did it. And sometimes you ain't even really sorry. But listen, Patrick Beverley did what he did, knocked Chris Paul down. Chris Paul's on the floor, rolling on the floor. None of Chris Paul's teammates stood up and did anything. None of Chris Paul's teammates shoved Patrick Beverley back. One little white boy to give him a little touch. No, if you were to push a superstar from the New York Knicks down on the ground, you're going to have to fight all the way to the locker room. You're going to have to fight all the way to the bus. That's right. You know, punks and cowards can't even apologize. They can do the act, but they can't even apologize effectively because they don't think they're wrong. They don't realize what they've done. You know what you was doing, Patrick Beverley, and somebody from the Phoenix Suns should have wiped the floor with him. I hear you, Benjamin McCann. He said the coach of the NBA, you can't retaliate. But listen, if he had pushed, let's go back 30 years. If Patrick Beverley had pushed Mark Jackson on the floor, while Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason and all them boys are around, do you think he'll just push him and just stand there like that? He would have to fight all the way to the bus. And the NBA has gotten soft. They soft as cottonelle toilet tissue. The NBA is softer than a baby's bottom. I wish if Patrick Beverley would have pushed the Knicks this year, push one of our point guards like that, it would have been a problem. Because you saw what we did to Trae Young, how we beat up on him and spit on him. Matter of fact, the audience should have jumped on him. And Patrick Beverley, I'm telling you, Mr. Patrick Beverley, one day you're going to meet your match. I dare you to push Ron Artest like that. Meta World Peace from Queens. Push him. Knock him down. I dare you to push Vernon Maxwell. You don't remember him from the Houston Rockets like that. So Patrick Beverley did get thrown out of the game, and it is reported to me that he is going to be suspended for the first 5 games of next year. Good for him. So the Phoenix Suns are going to the NBA Finals for the first time since Charles Barkley days. I guess that's since 94 or so. And the Phoenix Suns are going to the NBA Finals. They're going to play either the Milwaukee Bucks or the Atlanta Hawks. I think they're going to play Milwaukee. Brook Lopez showed up last night, but we'll talk about that. But listen, another thing I want to talk about, and I need y'all to share this. I need y'all to get some folks on. We got to talk about the Olympics. We got to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. Listen, we got to talk about it. I need y'all to share this. We got to talk about Sha'Carri. I hope I'm saying her name right. This is the fast. She's 21 years old. She is the fastest woman in the world. Can't nobody beat her running nowhere. And she is unapologetically black. I mean, she's like your cousin. She's like your niece. And she was caught, and I'm going to get into the details of this. She was on her way to the Olympics, and I think she was an automatic gold medalist because nobody going to beat her in the Tokyo Games. So she decides to smoke weed, and she got busted for drugs, having weed in her system. So this is where we got to go. Yes, weed is legal in the U.S. All of that stuff. Yes, she had some problems with her. She was coping with some kind of depression because her mom had died and she had just found out. You can smoke weed up down the streets, but the Olympic rules are you cannot have marijuana in your system. That is the rules. She knew the rules and still decided to do it. Now listen, this is not racism, because a few years back there was a swimmer by the name of Michael Phelps. They took his medal away because of marijuana use. They took millions of dollars of endorsements away because of marijuana use. This woman is on the brink of a celebrity status like never before. She's about to have $1 million endorsements. And she decides, look, we all dealt with depression. Some people cope with it a different way. She smokes weed. It's in her system. She fails the drug test, and now she cannot compete in the Olympics. She can compete in some other relay race after July 27th, after she's reinstated. She'll be reinstated after a 30-day suspension. My thing is, we got to do better. We can't keep blaming everybody else. We got to do better. And yes, she was dealing with depression. At this time, she needs a team of people around her. You can't hang with the same amount. You can't hang with the same people when you going somewhere higher. You can't hang with the same people. Sha'Carri Richardson, you fast running girl. You can't hang with the same people, because where you going, some folks ain't meant to be where you going. They for where you are right now. But God was taking this girl, her grandmama was praying for her when I saw her grandmother praying for her, I said, oh my goodness, this girl is going. She's going to the top. But the people around you will enable you to do certain, and I bet you one thing, she didn't even buy the weed. I can guarantee you the people that were around her said, here, I know you're going through. Take a spliff of this. It'll make you feel better. And I know her biological mom had just died. It is banned. Thank you, Bishop McCann. It's banned internationally. It's legal in certain states. It's legal over there, but you got to know the rules for where you going. You got to know the rules for where you get. I had some musician friends, I ain't going to call their name, some years back. They wanted to take weed overseas with them because where they from, it was cool. It was all right. They get overseas not knowing the rules on an R&B gig and get locked up and miss out on the opportunity of that gig. I ain't gonna call their name because some of y'all might know him. You gotta, and they never did that again. You gotta know the rules for where you going. And she needs a team of people around her. People around, listen, when you about to blow up, there's certain people that don't need to be around you no more. Yes, thank you. They gave her a list of what things that she couldn't do while preparing for the Olympics. There's just certain people certain things you can't do no more. And you were getting ready to see her on Wheaties boxes, on Cheerio boxes, Fruit Loop boxes. You were getting ready to see her everywhere. But because of the depression, and listen, we've all dealt with some kind of depression. I guarantee you this, after you smoke weed, after you smoke weed, your mama's still gone. After you smoke weed, that pain is still there. Ask me how I know. After you do all what you're going to do, after dealing with a tragedy, that stuff is still there. So you got to find another way to cope with this thing. You got to find a whole different way to cope with this. And weed was not the answer. And she smoked this weed. And all of a sudden, she misses out on the Olympics. And she was going to win. Ain't no doubt in our mind. That black girl was going to run everybody. No, I never smoked weed. Never. But I know some folks that did. And I know some folks that offered it to me. And I said, that ain't going to help bring my mama back or my daddy back. So what's the point? I ain't never smoked it. I never did it. But she was going to win. And this year, if you look, or if you look at the Olympics, a lot of blacks are coming out of the woodwork. We got a black guy in swimming. We got a black swimmer that might win the whole gold medal. Blacks are taking over the Olympics this year, and she was going to be at the top of that class. She was going to be at the top of that list. So whoever's around her, she needs to get a team. She needs to get a team of advisors and get away from some of them folks. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say about me. When I'm getting ready to go to another level, I know who I need to cut off. Listen, they can say, call me, oh, you acting different. That's right. I'm acting much different. Yes, I am. Oh, you think you're brand new? Yes, I am brand new. I am not going to stay around you and let you pull me down with your negative mindset. Call me what you want. I don't care what you say. Folks say, oh, people get a little money and they move out the hood. You doggone right. Right? If I can get away from it, I'm gonna get away from it. Y'all don't let people try to make you feel loyal to them because they want to stay where they are. Loyalty has its limits when it comes to stupidity. You doggone, he acting brand new. Yeah, I'm brand new. I'm going to stay around here and be held down by your foolishness? Are you kidding me? Call me whatever you want. Elevation takes separation. You can say whatever you want to say. And that girl, she needs to separate from them folks that want to smoke. Somebody should have said, yo, Sha'Carri, look, you about to go to the Olympics. You about to win a gold medal. You got $1 million endorsements. You got Nike looking at you. You got cereal brands looking at you. You got toothpaste brands looking at you. I know how you feel, and I know I might be smoking weed, but you don't need to because you going somewhere. That's the kind of people you need around you. Even when they ain't going to do the right thing, they're going to make sure you going to do the right thing. But some folks, they don't care. They'll pull you right down. And a lot of that, listen, Some folks will pull you down because they know a lot of times it's jealousy, and they'll pull you down because they don't want you to really go. They don't want you to really soar. Yeah, absolutely. Because they saw what Biggie was going to be. McCann said they did that for Biggie. They saw what Biggie was going to be. And like, yo, what you out here doing this for? We the hustlers. If we could rap like you can rap, we wouldn't be hustling. Leave the hustling to us. You just rap about us. And he went and he made it. So this young girl, Sha'Carri Richardson, this year is screwed up for her this year. And again, it is not racism. This is not racism. It's in plain black and white what you can and cannot do. It's in plain black and white. Because if I can crap on the streets and it's legal in Brooklyn, but I'm going to Tokyo, Japan, and to the Olympics, and they say crapping on the street get you thrown off the Olympic team, then don't crap on the street. Well, it's legal where I come from. Oh, you dumb. You ain't going to stay where you come from. You going somewhere bigger. Sha'Carri Richardson, it might be messed up this year for you with this whole gold medal stuff. Listen to me. By the time the next Olympics come in 3-4 years, you better have you a team set up. And she's only 21 years old. That's young. She's very young. Yeah, they randomly test everybody. And it's a list of what substances once you qualify, there is a list of substances that you cannot use. And most folk, well, weed ain't gonna, if anything, weed will make you slower. Weed ain't gonna make nobody run faster. Now crack will make you run faster. Cause I seen a crackhead outrun a cop car, not a cop car. So weed don't necessarily make you faster. If anything, weed gonna slow you down. Now if that crack got you, you know crackheads walk like they running. Y'all know that crack bop. Don't act like you ain't never been on Fulton Street and you seen a dude make it from Fulton to Nostrand to the Broadway Junction before the bus got there. A crackhead will outwalk a bus. Forget outrun, they'll outwalk a bus. Something in that crack make things happen to you. You get super fast. All right. I don't want to offend nobody because he might have some old crackheads, some former crackheads on here. I don't know if there's any new crackheads out because crack went out a while back. It shouldn't be no new crackheads. After we seen what that did in the 80s, New Jack City, it should not be any new crackheads. It should be. My uncle was a former crackhead. He one of the first ones. All right, let's get back into some more NBA stuff. Let me talk about y'all's boy Trae Young, El Chico DiBargio himself. Trae Young has now missed 2 games in a row because he got a sore ankle. Not a broke ankle, not a fractured ankle, a sore ankle. And listen, I'm gonna do something. I want everybody, if you want to put something in the Cash App, I'm giving away stuff today. I feel like giving away stuff. Put something in the Cash App. And I got some DVDs I'm giving away. This is the Clap Your Hands DVD. I'm giving this away. And this is the Timothy Wright Memorial Choir DVD. I'm giving this away. Anybody that want to sow a seed, give me your address, and I'm going to send it to you in the mail. So if you still got a DVD player. That old fragile rock, Trae Young, Mr. Glass. He's supposed to be a thug. All of a sudden, he didn't, I had some friends come from Atlanta. They talking about he wasn't like this before. All of a sudden, Trae Young becomes some kind of thug. He beat the Knicks and he's all tough now. He's all super tough. But let me tell you something. If you really tough, be like Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas, some of y'all are too young to remember. If you go back to the late 80s, maybe 88, 89, in the finals against the Lakers, Isaiah Thomas played and scored 40 points on a broken ankle. He had to come to the game on crutches. He left the game on crutches and still played. And here this is, Mr. Chico DeBarge, Mr. want to make fun of the Knicks, Mr. got spit on by the Knicks. That was the 88 final. He can't play with a sore ankle. He already took 2 games off with a sore ankle. These dudes today are built different. Anybody remember back in the days, in the 80s, people would get shot and survive? Remember in the early 90s, folks would use, such and such got shot and they were still alive. You know some people, they got shot, they still here. It's a new era. These dudes get shot one time, they die. People get little sprained ankles and they don't want to play basketball no more with a sprained ankle. You can still play with a sprained ankle. These young folks are built different. I don't know. Maybe they don't drink enough milk. Maybe this chocolate milk that we had in the cartons back in the old days from the free lunch program, maybe that had super energy in it or something. This new milk these boys drinking, I don't know. This 2% milk, they drinking this 2% milk. You better go get you some whole vitamin D milk. These boys are soft. I never seen nothing like it. Bunch of mama's boys. Anthony Davis can't hardly stay on the court. So that's for y'all Trae Young lovers. Atlanta's going home tomorrow night. And we know the Clippers went home and everybody jumped on Paul George. Paul George did the best he can. I want to get on Kawhi Leonard today. Kawhi Leonard, you are soft. Kawhi Leonard is soft. They paid all this money to get Kawhi Leonard out there with the Clippers, and when they need him, he can't play. And he's not even sitting on the bench. Help pushing it. He's sitting up there in the box office. Kawhi Leonard is a diva. He's sitting up there with the owners. Kawhi Leonard sitting up there in the owner's box, eating caviar and what you call that stuff, the sushi and crab legs with butter sauce, and his team down there playing. At least go down on the bench. At least go down on the bench and push your teammates. I would never want Kawhi Leonard on my team. I thought I wanted him on the Knicks, but no, we don't need that. He's a diva. We do want Kawhi Leonard. You can be hurt and you can still come down on the bench and support your team. Even the owner was courtside. Thank you. Steve Ballmer, a billionaire. He at least courtside clapping and pushing the team, and Kawhi Leonard in the owner's box. The nerve. Kawhi Leonard, you ought to be beat with a rubber hose. I got a lot to get to because I missed all week, but I'm going to get to it all today. Welcome to Church Guys Like Sports 2. Listen, there's a transgender. I'm going to get on that too. I ain't done with them transgenders. There's a transgender weightlifter. He's a man and he thinks he's a woman, and he is competing in the Olympics as a woman. And he's a man, and he's competing for weightlifting. This is unfair. Because I know church girls like sports too. I know I got some ladies on here, but and I'm not trying to be chauvinistic. I'm not trying to be some kind of against women. But there is a men are naturally stronger than women. Physically stronger. Oh, we push out babies. I know. I'm not slighting that. Y'all do a whole lot of stuff that we cannot do. But when it comes to physical brute strength, men are naturally stronger than women. Well, I seen a lady knock a man out. Yeah, that's the exception to the rule. But listen to me. Men are naturally, physically stronger than women. Well, I know some men that can't lift nothing. That's an exception to the rule. I'm going to say it again. Men are naturally stronger physically than women. And it is unfair for this man to be allowed to compete in the women's Olympics for weightlifting. It's unfair. If he want to compete, let him compete. But let him compete against the men. Let him lift weights with the men. Don't put him over there and have him lifting weights against women. Because he say he feels like a woman. It is unfair. And somebody got to do something about this foolishness. Somebody got to do something about this stupidity. This is stupid. That's like somebody, Floyd Mayweather, all of a sudden says he feels like a woman. He's a woman. He don't want to be a man no more. You mean to tell me it's okay for Floyd Mayweather to go into female boxing and beat up all the women? Somebody got to have some sense. And this weightlifter has qualified for the Olympics. They are allowing him to compete as a she. And he is competing against she's in weightlifting, and it is unfair. It is unfair. So that's that. And to all the LeBron fans, let me just get on you all a little bit. LeBron James was spotted last night. Last night, LeBron James was spotted trying to woo Damian Lillard. It is reported to me that they went to the WNBA basketball game together. Because LeBron James wants Damian Lillard with the Lakers. If LeBron gets Damian Lillard with the Lakers, that will be one of the weakest moves in the NBA. You already got Anthony Davis. How much more? How much more do you need, LeBron? How about you just go ahead and resurrect Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and get Magic Johnson? You know what? How about this, LeBron? How about we do this for you? We'll give you all of the All-Stars. Matter of fact, this is what we'll do. We'll give LeBron Damian Lillard. We'll give LeBron, who else is out there? Let's give LeBron Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum, Rudy Gobert, Joel Embiid. Let's give LeBron the whole All-Star team. That'll make him happy. Because LeBron don't want to compete against nobody. He don't want to play against the best no more. He does not want to do that. I see that now. He is wooing Damian Lillard. Trying to get Damian Lillard to come to the Lakers. This ain't hate. No, this ain't hate. LeBron, you're supposed to be the best player in the world. If you the best, why you got to keep getting all the players on your team? And Brooklyn did the same thing. They got Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden, and look where they at. You know what? Where are all them Brooklyn Nets fans that came out of the woods, out the woodwork? Where they at? Where all the Corbin McLeans and all them folks that were talking stuff about the Brooklyn Nets? You see, a real fan, even after we lose, I'm still here. I don't see nobody saying nothing about the Brooklyn Nets. That talk has diminished. They have fell off the face of the earth. Where are they? You're right. He's not the best at 37 years old. But I don't know. Are y'all saying now we got let's get this clear. Are we saying that LeBron James is now a role player? Are we trying, Mr. Stephen White, are we trying to say that LeBron James is just your ordinary role player now? He's still LeBron James. He's still LeBron. Now, but where are all them Brooklyn Nets fans? I haven't heard a peep since Kevin Durant missed that shot. I ain't seen no Brooklyn. Where they at? Is the Barclays Center still open? Is the Barclays Center still in business? Somebody tell me. I don't know. Did they shut down the Barclays? What's going on? I don't know where the Brooklyn Net fans disappeared to. I don't know where they went. I don't see no hats. I don't see no postings. I don't see no profile pictures with Brooklyn Nets shirts on. Where'd y'all go? We call that fair weather fans. What's the song? First, now I'm hot, they all on me. Now they all want me. Whatever the song. I guess they just disappeared. Don't you dare trust the Brooklyn Net fan, because Brooklyn Net fans are showing that once you ain't on top no more, they're gonna disappear. If you gonna listen, ladies, if you gonna date somebody, find you a Knicks fan to date, because they loyal. You can gain weight, they still there. You can lose weight, they still there. You can have a job, they still there. You can not have a job, they still there. Brooklyn Net fans, if you date somebody that's a Brooklyn Net fan, you're going to be in trouble. Because soon as you ain't on top, they're going to disappear. Soon as you get a little chunky, they're going to act like they don't know you. Your Brooklyn Net fans, your fair weather fans. Short note, the New York Mets are in first place. Shout out to them. They lost the other night 20-2. I never seen that's like a football score. But I got one last thing, and I'm closing out today's Church Guys Like Sports. Join us tonight at Grace. We're going to be there. The Sons of Grace. You'll see the flyer. But I do have to talk about this. Well, there's two things. And very important things. Two very important things. First thing is the WNBA. Now, we all know, and I know this is not church, this is Church Guys Like Sports too. This is a sports show. This is a sports show. This is not a Christian network. All right? So WNBA, welcome to Church Guys Like Sports. We know that we just came out of Pride Month. June was what they call Pride Month, in which the LGBTQ, let God be true quickly, community, they really go forth. And yesterday was July 1st, which officially ended Pride Month. But the WNBA releases a statement that says we will continue to promote pride. We will continue to promote the LGBTQ for the rest of the year. Now, Pride Month is over. That's right. Let God be true quickly. Pride Month is over, but the WNBA released a statement saying they will continue all of the Pride stuff that they did for just that month throughout. Yeah, they're not fooling nobody. The writing is on the wall. So what the WNBA is saying, this ain't just a month of pride for us. This is a lifestyle for us. We ain't just going to promote pride for this month. We're going to promote pride for the rest of the year. And this, say what you want to say. This is the 25th year anniversary of the WNBA, and their ratings have never been as low as their begin. Their ratings been slumping and slumping and slumping because they are not pushing a sports agenda. They are pushing a sexuality agenda. And there is no way that a father or a mother will take their young girls that they're grooming to be beautiful young women, even if they do play sports. There's no way that they'll feel comfortable taking them to these WNBA games on which an agenda of sexuality is pushed on them. If it's going to be about basketball, let it be about basketball. But they came out and said, I know I ain't going to get no amens on this. I ain't going to get no, that's right. They said they going to push this agenda for the rest of the year. Because it ain't just a month for them. It's a lifestyle. And that is why, say what you want. That's why the ratings, you look at the ratings. They trying to fight for the WNBA players to get paid more money. They got so many advertising things on their uniform, you can't hardly read what the uniform team name is. They got Michelin tires. They got Best Buy, everything on the uniform for advertising so they can make extra dollars because people ain't coming to the games like that no more. And it has been reported to me that several WNBA players who were heterosexual have been harassed and bullied because they weren't lesbians. And some of them have been blackballed out of the league. And that will never draw. Now, I know some of us live in certain areas where that stuff is popular, but that stuff ain't cool everywhere. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about, and this is very important. Last thing I'm going to talk about. The NCAA has now made it legal for the college basketball players to make money off of their image. It is now legal for college basketball players to get paid off of their image. Woo, boy. Which means if I'm a college basketball superstar like Zion Williamson was, I can make money from selling when my jersey is sold, I can make money off of that. When my sneakers are sold, I can make money off of that. When half of the school is walking around and they have my name on their shirt, they got a shirt with my jersey on, I can make money off of that. This should have been done a long time ago. For too many years, black players in college were making millions of dollars for universities. Some making hundreds of millions of dollars for universities. And the universities and the coaches were getting paid. But the players weren't getting anything. All the players were getting was their scholarship. And that's nice, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 scholarship. But if that's all the player getting, Coach K, his salary was $8 million a year as a coach at Duke. Zion Williamson brought millions of dollars into the Duke University and didn't get a dime of it. All of that has changed now. And now, I was just watching Jalen Rose. I think they should go back because Reggie Bush, who was a superstar football player at USC, they took his Heisman Trophy away because they found out he was making money off of signing autographs. They took his records away because they found out he was making money off of signing his name on his jersey. They need to give that man back his Heisman Trophy and put his records back in place. And even bigger, some of y'all might be too young to remember this, the Fab Five. The Fab Five was the Michigan basketball team. Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, Jimmy King, and Ray, all them players, those 5 freshmen. There was one story that almost brought tears to my eyes. Chris Webber was walking down the street, and he wanted to get a slice of pizza, but he didn't have enough money while he was in college to get a slice of pizza out the pizzeria. But then across the street were the Models where they were selling his jersey for $45. And people were buying his jersey, and he ain't had $3 to get a slice of pizza and a soda. And that made him leave college to go to the NBA. So it is about time that they pay these college basketball players and football players. They should have been getting paid. And now it's finally here. So I say go back and start paying all them other ones that, and it ain't just basketball, it's football too. And it seems like it's mainly the black players that get the bad end of the stick. Because they ain't paying big money to come watch the white boys play. They ain't paying no big money to come watch these white boys. They paying big money to come watch these black basketball players, black football players ball. And they making millions for these universities. And finally, they got it right. They putting it together that the basketball players and football players, they can now earn money off of their likeness. Give them their money. All right. This has been an episode of Church Guys Like Sports 2. It'll be on YouTube. Go to the YouTube channel. And thank you for tuning in. If you want to put something in the Cash App, I told you I'm giving away these DVDs. The Clap Your Hands DVD. We're giving that away. Timothy Wright Memorial Choir DVD. We're giving that away. All right, y'all. Remember, you can love God and love sports. Loving God doesn't take the man out of you. You can love God and love sports, and you can still be all lady. God bless you. Peace.